Why do you always choose her over me? This is not really fair, Mama. I feel cheated. You should understand these things, my daughter. She's your sister.
In the quiet town of Umuaka, people admired the Okafor sisters for how different, yet inseparable, they seemed. Amara, the elder, was calm, graceful, and naturally loved by almost everyone who met her. Her younger sister, Kamsi, was sharper in speech, quicker to anger, and carried the kind of smile that often disappeared the moment no one was looking. From the outside, they looked like sisters any family would be proud of. But inside their small family house, under the soft yellow light of evening lanterns and behind polite greetings, something darker had started to grow. It was small at first, tiny comments, forced laughter, silent comparisons, but jealousy has a strange way of feeding itself in secret until it becomes too big to hide. Their mother, a widowed seamstress, always reminded them that life would test their hearts before it blessed their hands. Amara listened. Kamsi only pretended to. Whenever neighbors praised Amara's kindness, or when customers added extra money because of how respectfully she spoke, Kamsi felt an invisible heat rise inside her chest. She told herself she was simply tired of being overlooked. But the truth was harder to admit. She was beginning to resent her own sister for being everything she wasn't. And the more she compared their lives, the more every harmless compliment sounded like an insult. Then something happened that changed the balance in the house. A wealthy woman from the city visited their mother's shop and, after speaking with Amara for less than 10 minutes, offered her a job in Lagos. It was the kind of opportunity people prayed for in silence. Their mother cried with gratitude. The neighbors celebrated. Even Kamsi smiled and hugged her sister tightly. But while Amara trembled with joy, Kamsi's eyes remained open over her shoulder, cold and unreadable. That night, while everyone slept, she sat alone on the floor, staring at Amara's neatly folded letter of employment. And for the first time, a dangerous thought entered her mind. What if Amara never got to leave? By morning, the letter was gone. Amara searched everywhere, her hands shaking, her voice cracking with panic. Their mother turned the room upside down. Kamsi joined the search too, acting confused, even concerned. But beneath the performance, her heart pounded so loudly she could barely hear herself speak. She had hidden the letter where no one would think to look. Yet as she watched her sister's face crumble into helpless tears, something unexpected touched her, a flicker of guilt. Only a flicker, because before noon, a stranger arrived at their gate asking for Amara by name, and in his hand was another envelope thicker than the first.
I don't know why people keep choosing her over me. I must do something about it. I would rather die than watch her succeed.
The man standing at the gate looked like he had traveled a long way. His shoes were dusty, his shirt slightly wrinkled, and the sun rested heavily on his shoulders as if he had been walking for hours. Yet the way he held the envelope in his hand made it clear he had come with a purpose. "Good morning," he said politely when Amara stepped forward. "Are you Miss Amara Okafor?" His voice carried a calm authority that made the small crowd of curious neighbors grow quiet. Amara nodded slowly, still wiping the last of her tears from the frantic search for the missing letter. Her heart was still pounding when the stranger handed her the thick envelope. "I was asked to deliver this personally," he said, "from the woman who visited your mother's shop yesterday." Amara hesitated before opening it, as if she was afraid hope might betray her again. But when she finally unfolded the paper inside, her eyes widened. It wasn't just another employment letter. It was something far greater. The woman from Lagos had written that she had been deeply impressed not only by Amara's kindness but by the way she treated customers and spoke about supporting her family. Because of that, she wanted to sponsor Amara fully, housing, training, and a permanent position in her company. It was the kind of opportunity that could change an entire family's future. Their mother burst into tears again, this time louder. Neighbors clapped and shouted blessings. For a moment, it felt like the whole street was celebrating, but across the yard, Kamsi stood frozen. The smile on her face had returned, but her mind was racing. The letter she had hidden was supposed to end this story quietly. Amara would simply miss the opportunity, and life would move on. But now fate had written a new page she hadn't planned for. Worse still, as Amara hugged her tightly in gratitude, thanking her for always supporting her, Kamsi felt the weight of the lie pressing heavier on her chest. Later that evening, while everyone prepared dinner and spoke excitedly about Lagos, Kamsi slipped quietly into her room. She opened a small wooden box beneath her bed and stared at the original missing letter still folded inside. For the first time since she hid it, her hands trembled. Because the stranger at the gate had unknowingly created a problem she had never considered before. If Amara left for Lagos, the truth might follow her.
I love my sister, but it hurts watching her take everything.
The night before Amara's departure to Lagos felt different. The small house was quiet, yet the air carried a strange mixture of excitement and fear. Their mother kept folding Amara's clothes carefully into a small suitcase while whispering prayers under her breath. Amara tried to smile, but inside she was nervous. Leaving the village meant leaving everything she had ever known. Across the room, Kamsi watched silently. The joy everyone felt only made the weight in her chest heavier. The hidden letter was still inside the wooden box under her bed, and every laugh from their mother felt like a reminder of the secret she carried. She had imagined that hiding the letter would stop everything. But somehow, things had turned out even better for Amara. Later that night, Kamsi stepped outside and saw Amara sitting with their mother under the dim lantern light. "I'm scared, Mama," Amara said softly. "But I want to work hard so I can help you. And Kamsi too." Kamsi froze in the shadows. For the first time, jealousy didn't feel powerful. It felt heavy.
Amara, there's something I need to tell you before you leave.
Morning came quickly. The taxi waiting outside honked impatiently as neighbors gathered to wish Amara well. She hugged everyone one by one, holding her small suitcase tightly. Just as she was about to step toward the gate, a trembling voice stopped her. "Amara, wait." It was Kamsi. She walked forward slowly and placed a folded paper in her sister's hands. When Amara opened it, she immediately recognized the missing letter, the one that had caused all the confusion. "I took it," Kamsi admitted quietly. "I was jealous. I didn't want you to leave without me." The yard fell silent. For a moment, Amara said nothing. Then she stepped forward and hugged her sister tightly. "I was never leaving you behind," she whispered. Months later, when Amara returned from Lagos, she brought something unexpected, another opportunity, this time for Kamsi.
Life will not always feel fair. Sometimes it will look like one of you is moving ahead while the other is standing still. But you must never let that feeling turn your hearts against each other. Jealousy may feel small at first, but it can destroy something very precious. Your sister is not your competition. She is your support. When one of you rises, the other should be proud. In this world, many things will come and go, but family is something you must protect. So no matter where life takes you, promise me this: always stand together, not against each other.